Good joints. It's Kev from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make some sense out of nonsense. And one way I'm gonna try to do that is by making an adjustment to that real quick. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the show. Now, if you're joining me from Facebook, unfortunately, I have not figured out how to change my screen back to doing the live stream horizontally. Yeah, I think they might have gotten rid of it or something. I've been on YouTube and all of that crap, but don't seem to be working. So I am recording on Facebook vertically, and live streaming, should I say. So if you're on Facebook checking out the show and you don't like seeing me straight up and down, you're welcome to go ahead and join over on my YouTube channel so you can see me horizontally. I like the horizontal look. I don't like the up and down look and all that good stuff. So first things first, let's check all of our stuff, man. Make sure we can hear each other. Check one, breaker, 19. Is this thing on? Everybody hear me? Roger, Rabbit, Louis Armstrong. Can you hear me? Okay, good. Now, before we get started, let's go through some of the preliminaries. Whoa. We got ahead of ourselves there, didn't we? We forgot to put the phone number up there. Yeah, 330-974-4607. Text MAGA to that number. And then, of course, I will keep you in the loop when it comes down to what's going on, around the country and what's going on with me, particularly. Happy pre-Thanksgiving Day. I don't know what you all got planned. Maybe you're going to eat turkey until it's coming out of your nose. But hopefully not. Hopefully you have some integrity at the table. Don't turn it into a mess. So enjoy that day. Now let's go ahead and get ready to get started, and then we'll go over a couple other things and make it happen. But first I got to get loose, man. Got to get loose. Stretch my back. Real gorilla. There's some teams in the building. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Yeah, I see some people on Facebook. Iris, what's up? Jason, what's happening? All of those people over there, what's happening? Now, like I said, y'all, I don't know what's going on with the screen. I'm trying to get it back to horizontal, but I can't do it. So, I don't want y'all to miss. Let me make sure. I don't want y'all to miss what's going on over on this screen, but I also don't want to be fiddling with it too much while I'm doing my live stream. Can y'all kind of see it? Because it's important to see what's going on this screen over here because of all the shenanigans that's going on around the country. I'm going to figure that out, though. Now, my fundraiser is back up, y'all. I got the link. It's up and running, man, but I'm behind with it. I'm almost a half a month behind. So if you guys want to help the channel out, feel free. You can go ahead, click on that link below this video in the About section, and you can do that. You can contribute to my fundraiser. Let me get this Do Not Disturb button going. There we go. Yeah, because I don't want no disturbances once I get on the road. So, yeah, you can help out in that area. And then, of course, before we get started, we got some new merchandise, y'all. Yeah, man, I like it. Sleepy, creepy, sloppy Joe has to go. You can put that slogan on anything, man. Anything you want. Look at this right here. Patriots, America. Oh, look at the wait. I like this one. Sleepy, creepy, sloppy Joe has to go. Oh, what we got here? Yeah. Patriotic American. Trump 2024 keychain. You know you need that. Yo, Trump, get your back here now. And this is my personal favorite right here. Look at this one, y'all. All fear, false evidence appearing real. Ooh, because that's all it is. And we are about to go over some false evidence that they're trying to make appear real. This right here is about to be some show enough false evidence as we get through the show. Okay. But before we get into that, we got to start off with this guy. Because creepy, sleepy, sleazy, slimy, sloppy Joe got to go. Listen to this latest gaffe.
Show patience and be willing to travel over 1,000 miles.
Okay.
You could say even this harder than getting a ticket to the Renaissance tour or Britney's tour. It's kind of warm in Brazil right now.
Oh my God. He just hacked up everybody. See, that's what happens when you have a pandering moment go wrong. Britney, Beyonce, the one, the black/white girl. I don't know which one. This guy is absolutely awful. That is why I'm predicting that he will never make it to the finish line. I don't believe that they're going to stick this dude out there to actually debate against Donald Trump or anybody. They already done canceled their debates. They're not even going to have it, but they're always screaming about democracy and all that stuff, but they're not even going to have debates. So this guy right here is washed up. He's done. He can't even figure out the difference between Britney Spears, Beyonce, and all of that stuff. Can't let him go off script, but can't have him on script either. He's just as bad either way. He is a catastrophe, no matter what conditions you put him in. But let's get past Creepy Sleepy, because we all know his condition, and let's get to some more serious stuff.
Not only a place.
Here's Chameleon. Let's go back a minute, y'all. Y'all remember this speech right here, right after the greatest attack on the homeland? Oh, yeah. Let's listen and see what Kamala Chameleon got to say about that. Because, see, they were all in danger and stuff.
On our calendars, but a place in our collective memory. December 7th, 1941.
Ooh.
September 11th, 2001.
No, these some heavy hitters. Some heavy hitters. The next thing you give as an example, it better live up to those two magnanimous historical events that took place in our country. Don't be coming with nothing stupid now. But hey, we know the Democrats.
And January 6th.
Oh, God. You just threw that in there with them. January 6th. Okay. You know what? Superman. You got Incredible Hulk. And then you got Adam. Who? Adam. The little one. The little guy right there. Adam. Wow. I don't know. I don't think he should fit with those. Those are two like big. Adam? Yeah, Adam. Adam. That's what she's trying to sell us on. So now here she is. She's up here throwing out J6, but now we got to check her work like we have to always do with the Democrats, because you know they're always up to shenanigans. Let's see.
2021.
Oh. Lovely the world from me, but Lima goes walking, and when she passes, each one she passes goes, ah. Look at Trump in there. When she walks, it's like a summer that swings so smooth and sways so gentle. And when she passes, each one she passes goes, ah. Yeah, Trump. That doesn't look like the greatest attack on the homeland to me. Looks like a nice, gentle tour. Like they're just, whoa, whoa, whoa. That even looks worse. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Now, does that match the description that just came out of Kamala? She just lined up Pearl Harbor, World War II with this. If you just show the video footage of Pearl Harbor, you show the video footage of Normandy, something like that, then you show this video footage. Now, how many people have been hoodwinked by these deceptive, corrupt, funky people? That's why the title of my live stream is J6, Fact or Fict. We're about to debunk it, man. That's what we want to find out. We want to get to the bottom of it. We want to find out if it's fact or fiction, because Kamala Harris just compared it to two historical events. Now, line that video footage up of all three, and you tell me, is it fact or fict? Let's continue looking at this tour. I mean, the greatest attack on the homeland. They swing so smooth, sway so gently, and when she passes, each one she passes goes, ah, yeah. And tan and lovely, the insurrectionists go walking slowly, and each cop they pass go, ah. Wow. Look at all of them. Look how violent they are. Look at the sense of purpose they have. Look at the sense of purpose they have, guys. Y'all see him with the head on his swivel? Like, what's the next thing we got to do? What did Trump tell us again? I don't know. I lost my notes. That's the whole point. They said Trump launched this insurrection. Where's the leader of the insurrection? I don't understand. Why are these people looking confused, bewildered? They're just walking around, taking their hats off, while the cops look the same way, sitting there posted up as they go past. Watching the insurrectionists go by, watching the insurrectionists go by. Why are they watching them go by? Unbelievable. But let's continue though, because I'm sure it's going to pick up and show us why this is being compared to Pearl Harbor and I guess 9/11. Somebody said, what song is that? It's called The Girl from Ipanema. Love it. And tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes, each one she passes goes, ah. Elevator music. Yeah. Young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes, each one she passes goes, ah. Jazz hands. Yeah. They're playing tag. Look at them. I don't know what they're doing. Cops running around like, woo, 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 woo. You know what this reminds me of? Benny Hill. Everybody running around doing stuff. So now the cops are running, but they're running past all these insurrectionists. That's what I don't understand. I have not seen a clip where they actually told these people, what are you doing in here? Y'all should not be in here. Someone leave. In fact, I think we got a couple clips of them helping people out with directions. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, here's that guy again. Here's yeah. I wonder who he works for. Why is he getting this privilege of being let go and given a fist bump on the way out the door? Yeah. Jazz snap. Look at that. What you guys need to know where to go? Yeah. Yeah. So they're giving them directions. Interesting. Yeah, you know where Nancy Pelosi's office is? Oh, yeah, it's right around there. Yeah, that don't look like, the insurrection that was just described. Pat on the back. No wonder they didn't want us to release this footage. Wow. So this is the case of the lambs and the lions laying down together. You got cops and Roberts laying together. You got insurrectionists and it's supposedly these brave officers who fought to the death to protect the Capitol and our democracy, giving pats on the back on each other. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, no problem. Let me walk you out. There's a couple taps on the back. Go ahead, lady. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute, though. Yeah, look who that is, y'all. I've been looking for this dude for a long time. Oh, man. And thanks to Benny Johnson with this nice little meme here, we done finally got hold to you know who. Don't you ever come around here? Remember him? Remember that dude right there? The guy that was like, we're taking this thing, baby. The one that was running in the day of with a whole bunch of other Antifians talking about, we're doing stuff, we're accomplishing stuff, and they were all agreeing and stuff. The guy who the day before the so-called insurrection was out there with a bullhorn talking about they're going to go over there and take this thing and we're going to drag Trump out the White House and all of that. The guy who recorded all of his crimes, that guy. And yet CNN brought his raggedy tail on their network. It sounds like their narrative is starting to fall apart because isn't he a part of Black Lives Matter and Antifa? And yet Raggedy Ray said there's no evidence of Antifa being a part of this whole insurrection. Well, what is he? In fact, Mayor Giuliani gave a big presentation showing all of the chatting online, coordinating Antifa to go over and meet so they can do this crap. But I guess Raggedy Ray, he misses all the details. He misses all the details. He can't stay abreast on all of those details. And that's why I'm going to have to deal with him too before the night is over. I hate to get rough so close to Thanksgiving. But you know what? Y'all appreciate me, right? Y'all are thankful for me whooping their tails, okay? Because they're all jive turkeys. They're all jive turkeys. Let's continue.
It's John Sullivan.
Basically, all the protesters kind of stormed to get into the chamber. We tried to get into the main entrance right when you walk down the hallway. But that
he was just an innocent. He was just an innocent guy there taking photos and recording stuff for journalistic integrity. Even though he recorded himself debunking that. Walking down the street like, see this MAGA hat that I bought? Yeah, I bought this MAGA hat just because, I took it off right after. Yeah, and there, you see this camera? I use it every time to get in and say, hey, I'm a journalist. Now he's locked up. He's in jail. Apparently, he's about to get charged finally. Now, my question is, why are they just getting around to this guy, huh? What's about to come out, perhaps, that might make them have to say, okay, we got to clean up some loose ends. Now, we would have let these folks go, but we got to clean up some loose ends because maybe it's about to come out that this was a big fat psyop, that this wasn't what they said it is. After releasing all of this wonderful J6 footage that the Democrats didn't want to release, now we get to see the insurrection on the inside. See, it's real interesting that they recorded the initial breach and they recorded a couple knuckleheads trying to climb up stuff. But when you get to the inside, it seems like the insurrection just fizzles. What happened to it? They lost steam. Were they all out of shape? Come on, we're in now. Come on. Whew. You know what, everybody? Hold up. Take 5. Easy. Okay. Tell you what, why don't we take a tour first while we're insurrectioning? Okay, let's take a tour. You know, check out the spot, talk to the police first. Then we'll get back to the insurrection. Huh. Interesting.
Was able to get in because there's 2 guards refusing to move. People there were not really wanting to the police, so like they went down. This lady was able to like make her way all the way through the window. All we see is these guns come out the doorways, just guns, and all you can see is their hand. That's it. You can see face.
Now CNN is platforming this insurrectionist. What is up with that? Why is Anderson Pooper up here interviewing this guy? I don't understand. I mean, he should be condemning this dude. Shouldn't he be coming out by, I can't even believe I platformed this insurrectionist on my show. Brought him on here like he was. These folks are frauds. That means Anderson Pooper and CNN was bamboozled. Or were they? Interesting.
Faces.
Get up here!
Oh, here's Jalen X.
Oh! They climbing up the wall!
Yeah, look at that. He was just there to
They're
record.
climbing up the wall!
Yeah, that's all he was doing. That man right there was so involved that his voice is gone. That's how much involvement he had. He was screaming, and I got other footage of him too that I'm sure they don't even have. That man was screaming throughout the whole time. We're taking this. That's right. We're doing stuff. We're accomplishing stuff. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you we were going to do it? Do what? Do what, Jalen? Huh, interesting. But guys, we're about to find out that Jalen X might have hooked up with somebody else.
God, John, really?
What is this?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Do you recognize these two? On this end, we got one insurrectionist. And on this end, we have the biggest insurrectionist of all. You already know. I'll say it. I'll say it. I might go to jail for it, but I'll say it. Don't say it. Tomorrow we gotta go. No, fan. Oh, wait. No. Peacefully. That guy. Why are these two here the day before the rally? Hanging out together. They shouldn't even be in the same frame. That's what I'm saying. So how did Jalen X... First of all, I know Jalen X is mad because he's in the slammer and Bigfoot's still on the run. Bigfoot's still on the run. I don't understand. Somebody go get some booby traps, something, couple bear traps to catch that Bigfoot by his feet and drag him into the zoo as well. So I don't understand how these two ended up in the same frame.
Undercover agent technology. You guys all talk about the effects you have to deal with.
But guys, look at this guy. Look at this guy in his little tuxedo. I love these memes that they put together because he should have won an Oscar for this performance right there because he was defending the greatest attack on the homeland. And he was praising all of these officers that I guess put their life in. That's Caesar. Caesar's knocking. My dog over there like do. Yeah. I guess he was up here praising all the officers that put their lives in danger. Now that we found out though that they really didn't, especially the ones that they brought up there to the Capitol. Mainly, you know who? Mr. Green Mile. I was so scared. They called me the N-word over and over again. I told them I don't like that word. You shouldn't be saying words like that. I be American too. And they told me, go back to your country. I said, now why you gonna talk to me this way? Big for nothing. Green Mile found out that nowhere in the video footage did anybody ever call Green Mile the N-word. And he, in his book, was saying it was rapid fire. Caesar over there throwing a fit. Yeah, Green Mile was saying it was rapid fire. How realistic is this, guys? To not only be called the N-word in America right now as a black person when it's so hypersensitive about racism, but multiple. In his book, he was saying there's some lady in a pink MAGA shirt, and then it was all of a sudden a pink MAGA hat. You know, never mind. Details. You know what I'm saying? One time a MAGA hat, MAGA shirt, don't matter. But apparently, she was like, this N-word voted for Joe Biden. And then the rest of them jumped in. This N-word, 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 N-word. Like show tunes. He's an N-word, 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 N-word. Unbelievable. Do you really think that's what will happen up there? No, it didn't happen. Because they combed through all the footage. Nowhere did they find a lady in a pink MAGA shirt or hat even near this dude. But yet he's being held up as a hero by this big zero.
With, and you talk about the impact of that day. But you guys won. You guys helped. When you
Boy, I tell you, these Democrats, it appears to me perhaps this is not fact, but instead it perhaps is fiction. That's right. So you see them, you guys won. Huh? Boy, you would see me ease into the frame like, cry, baby, cry. Kevin, what? Get back over here. I'm sorry. I would be so tempted. Man, right there when he was doing that, cry, baby, cry, cry. So now he gives that great performance only to find out that these men were in no danger. Now, I'm not saying all the cops, the ones on the outside might have got roughed up a bit, but all the ones that they've drug out there as heroes in no danger. No danger. I could tell when they anytime they bring people up to the Capitol to testify for Democrats in their narratives, those people are all fake. They didn't go grab real police officers. They went and handpicked these fake folks, and now they're all doing tours. They're all showing up on CNN, MSNBC. They're all fake. Yeah, you didn't want to talk to the Capitol Police director who was like, I'll testify. No, we don't want you. No. Get out the way. You weren't in on it. So they drug those sorry dudes up. Big Green Mile, and Eric Estrada, and the tattooed guy. But then we got Mr. Poodle on the head. Y'all remember this? Because see, I want to find out if this whole thing about J6 is fact or fiction. So we got to go back and remember Mr. Poodle up top and see what he got to say about this whole J6 thing. Here we go.
Look at your previous comments. You said these hearings would, quote, blow the roof off the House. Will your statement still stand by Friday?
Good
that
question.
These hearings will blow the roof off the House?
Well, not literally, certainly, but I think what I meant is that when you add all of this up together, it is the greatest political offense against the Union by a president of the United States in our history. Nothing comes close. A
criminal offense.
The attempt.
Now I want you to listen to his words and match his words with this footage and tell me, does this make sense? Greatest attempt by a president to overthrow the government with what? All these peaceful protesters?
Attempt to overthrow the result of a presidential election through a political coup. The mobilization.
As they let the folks who launched the coup go?
Of an armed violent mob.
Where's the guns? Only guns I see is police. They have guns on their hips. And then, of course, Ashley Babbitt. But an armed violent, understand the level of lying that is going on with these Democrats. Their motive was very clear. Now, we all knew the motive was clear. But see, we got dummies running around the country thinking that this right here was the greatest attack on the homeland. How stupid can you be to watch this and believe that? See, that's why they didn't want this footage released. Because what this man is saying and describing, all you have to do is look at this. If this was a movie, you'd be going, okay, I came to see a movie entitled The Greatest Insurrection of All Times. And you get to the movie, and this is the climax. You're watching this. This is what they highlighted. All right, wait until the last scene, y'all. Y'all gonna see how crazy things got. And you're watching this.
Cannot really be compared to anything else a president has done. It makes the Watergate break-in look like the work of Cub Scouts.
Yeah.
I just hope that we're telling everything we know in a competent and effective way to the American people, because Madison said that in a democracy, the people have the right to the most awful truth, which is the truth about the nature of government and their rule.
As those police officers backed up, allowing all the insurrectionists to slowly walk in through that door right there. Yeah, and say, you didn't want that truth out, huh, poodle up top? You didn't want the people to see that? Because, see, if I'm in the movies and I paid my money for an insurrection, and this is what you show me on the screen, I want my money back. Get me a fork and get me a knife, and I'm going to bang on the table. I want my money back. I want my money back. I came to see an insurrection. What I'm seeing is cops letting these folks walk peacefully around the Capitol building. Backing up, guys. Backing up.
And we need Americans to look very carefully
at
what happened.
And that's exactly why you didn't want to release all that video footage. Because it's the opposite of what your lying poodle up top butt is doing. You didn't want Americans to look carefully because they would find out that you guys are liars and deceptive. And here he is now upset that they done released all this footage, y'all. Oh, let's see what he got to say about it.
As you know, this is footage that your committee decided not to release. So what's your reaction to the Speaker Johnson deciding to do so, and why do you think he's doing it?
Yeah.
Well, on the latter question, Speaker Johnson is clearly on the run from the extreme MAGA caucus, Chip Roy, and the strongest pro-Trump elements. I mean, he was only able to get through his continuing resolution proposal because of Democratic votes, and I think
so. It's not because the people demands this. It's not because conservatives have been tormented and locked up and pursued by the FBI and all of this stupid stuff forever. And y'all refuse to release all the information so you can hold this over their head and use this as a predicate to target Trump supporters, to bludgeon Trump and label him as the head of the insurrection so y'all can stop him from being on the ballot. It's not because of that. It's not because we are all saying we know this was not an insurrection. It doesn't even meet the definition of an insurrection, but y'all keep saying it anyway. Nobody was charged with insurrection, but y'all keep saying it anyway. So maybe we should investigate this. Maybe we should be able to see all of the video footage that folks are being held in jail for. Okay, because see, when I think about all the people that's jailed, when I look at these clips, I should see these people in there swinging wild, going crazy, breaking in doors. Mr. T in his prime, busting down the doors, ringing the bell, bing. I should see all of that going on to justify why people are in the slammer for this. But you couldn't let this get out now, could you, poodle up top? Because see, it doesn't match the narrative. I'm starting to think that it's not fact, it's fiction. But I knew that way ahead of time. Let's continue listening to this liar, because now he's blaming it on, the radical Republicans are scaring him to release the footage. No, I want to see the footage too. Just a second ago, we heard you during the time when you guys were in power and trying to deceive the public, talk about, I hope the American people take a good look at this. They need to see what's going on. Well, here we go. Transparency. Now we get to see that it was all fiction.
They're saying he's got 2 strikes of 3 they're going to give him. So he's already looking at a motion to vacate. So this was clearly an effort to placate the right wing, which has been making this absurd demand for a very long time. And so now we have, on a totally unilateral partisan basis, the Republicans caving in and, opening up to the world what they allowed Tucker Carlson to come say.
Look at him. Still come to the truth. the right wing. It's all about right wing and conspiracy theorists. And oh, did I mention Tucker Carlson? We like to smear him too. It's all a plot to. No, you guys put together a big fat psyop, a big fat false flag. You entrapped a whole bunch of people with the intent to use it for exactly what you guys are using it for now. So you got to go ahead and try to say, well, the speaker released it because of demands from right wing and racist white nationalists and all the other stuff you can come up with.
Obviously, Tucker Carlson did his best to torture out of tens of thousands of hours.
And then y'all stopped it. And our weak party allowed it to be stopped. See, because y'all knew what was coming down the pipeline. Tucker was on to something and y'all was like, Even our rhinos stepped in. Mitch McConnell, people like that. You got to wonder.
Of footage, some kind of concocted story, which of course went nowhere. We went through all of that.
Went nowhere. No, it went somewhere. Because my man with the big horns, he got released because of that. I bet you he don't feel like, oh, no, that went nowhere. Because, see, he was the face of the insurrection for a while. Instead of the Bigfoot, instead of we got to go, cap, should have been the face. He should have been the face. But instead, y'all go ahead and lock that dude up and try to throw away the key. And Tucker revealed that that guy was also a part of the tour. He was escorted. Isn't that odd that this man is talking about that? It went nowhere.
More than 1,000 witnesses come and talk to the January 6th committee. All of it on a bipartisan basis in search of the truth.
Lies. All of it in bipartisan, which wasn't bipartisan. Y'all handpicked the dude we just saw crying, Adam Steenler, and y'all picked Liz Cheney. You call that bipartisan? And then when we wanted to put some real heavy hitters on the squad, we don't want them. We don't want them on the squad because they might find the truth, which now we see the truth. It was a tour. But here we are. We interviewed 1,000 witnesses that only fit the narrative, and we didn't have them cross-examined. And we put together a whole bunch of propagandists and a whole bunch of paid actors to come out and paint this whole perception that this was the greatest attack on the homeland, even though all of this rich footage right now is showing that it was all fiction.
Not in search of lies. And most of the witnesses, of course, were Republicans, people in the Trump administration, people in the Trump family, and we delivered a complete report. Beyond the part...
Get your loss now, for some reason. Now that we want to recover all of this information and get all these witnesses' testimonies and stuff, oh, man, y'all wanted us to save that? Oh, snap. Hey, y'all remember when we put all of those thousands and thousands of hours of... interview, y'all don't? Okay. Our bad. Sorry about that. But it was the greatest insurrection ever. Biggest insurrection. Y'all should have this archived. But they didn't. They lost it.
Partisan nature of it, it's truly a security risk what they're doing. The reason why the Capitol Police
Here we go.
have opposed releasing tens of thousands of hours from every House office building, every Senate office building, every part of the Capitol is
because Nasty Pelosi didn't want it released because she knew it would reveal that this was all a big fat hoax.
Because it's like giving a diagram to future insurrectionists and terrorists and anybody who wants to invade our body.
Wow.
So if the speaker thinks it can be done safely or securely, why doesn't he rely on the Capitol Police to determine what should be given out and what shouldn't be given out? Because that's the principal concern here, which is security.
Security. That's the principal concern. So we better check his work, y'all. Because, see, let's see what his idea of security and not releasing the footage and stuff. Look who we have.
It's never before seen footage.
Like this.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi shown fleeing the U.S. Capitol as it was under attack on January 6th. The videos captured by her daughter.
Look at that hand. Look at that monkey paw. Did you see that monkey paw coming down that hall? Right there, going every which way. See? Now, this right here, I guess, is the security that he's referring to. Yes. So now, as we talk about security, Nasty Pelosi secured her black velvet first before they start going down that hall. That's right. Before we leave this Capitol,
Someone go and secure my vodka and my black velvet on our way down into the tunnels that we're about to record and show everyone our escape plan. That's right.
So, are you talking about this type of security? As they record the escape plan? Wow, I never knew these tunnels existed until Nancy Pelosi and her daughter recorded all of this and then sold it. But yet he don't want the footage released because it might show their, their escape plan. Look at this.
A documentary.
I never seen that place in there.
Yes, the proceedings.
She provided some of her footage to the January 6th Select Committee.
Why?
Who played clips in their hearing Thursday.
Wait, she's showing the exit strategy. Look at this. This is all this footage. But Ratskin was just on there talking about it's a safety issue. Well, they're giving a blueprint. I don't care about the stuff I know that's out there and can see if I'm an insurrectionist. I'm like, whoa, where's these tunnels at? That's what I want to know. Yeah, they're showing me all the goods right about now. Unbelievable. Let's continue.
But in the roughly hour of additional footage obtained exclusively by CNN, we see lawmakers transforming Fort McNair, a military base 2 miles away.
Oh, now we got the distance from where they are under the tunnel to 200 miles away. Okay, 2 miles away, rather. Okay, so we got that. So there's some tunnel somewhere under there that allows them to escape. Now, isn't that crazy? That's amazing to me that she's recording all of this. I wonder if the insurrectionists knew this room right here was downstairs under there. Look at that. That's crazy right there. And we would have never saw this if Nancy Pelosi wouldn't have sold this documentary to CNN.
Into a command center to communicate with Vice President Mike Pence and others, even considering reconvening the congressional proceedings at the military.
Get your butt up off that couch. You understand? We're pretending that it's an insurrection. You don't look quite scared enough. Oh, come on, you peasant. Let's see here what happens as Nancy hears the old action.
Base.
We've been told it could take days to clear the Capitol.
Days?
And that we should be moving everyone here to get the job done.
That's right. Wait, what is my lines again? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, let me start over again. Wait, before I do that, one moment, please. My nerves are a little bit on edge. Oh, that's good. That's good, Nasty. Now, okay. Yes, where are we going again? We're stopped. First of all, if he comes over here right now, I'll punch him in the face. I'll go to jail. Was that good enough? Was it believable? Oh, let's do it again. Take two. Here we go.
Which has facilities for the House and the Senate to meet. We'd rather go to the Capitol and do it there, but it doesn't seem to be safe.
Doesn't seem to be safe, even though right after we were able to come right back to that Capitol and finish working, perhaps maybe 2 hours later, after the deadliest insurrection ever.
Isn't that odd? Y'all hear Nasty up there selling it? Talking about some, they're saying that we're not going to be able to get back in here for, at least until a couple days go by. Then 2 hours later, after they cleared out all of the tour people, they were able to come right back in and finish their proceedings.
Evacuated the Senate chamber, he stayed behind in the Capitol with his security detail.
I worry about you being in that Capitol room. Don't let anybody know where you are.
I worry about you being...
She doesn't worry about nobody but herself. Period. Now, you know what's crazy? To be able to come back in the Capitol right after and finish it. And yet you got Kamala Harris comparing it to World War II and to 9/11. That would be like saying right after Normandy, the beach was open again 2 hours later. Yeah, after all of that, violence that took place. All right, people, that was just a delay. Come on, the beach is open. That would be like after 9/11. They say, all right, the building is back open. Go back to work. Is this a temporary delay? And yet they put this garbage on the same scale as those two magnanimous events in our history. This garbage. People should be offended that they would even make that comparison. Unreal.
Hey, I'd like to know a good goddamn reason why it's been denied.
Yeah, drop some cuss words out there. Yeah, Mr. Burns, make them think you dead serious. I like to,
get a good goddamn reason as those glasses are sitting on the edge of my nose. That's the first thing I want to know. Why are those glasses sitting below your eyes? That's the first thing I need to know, Mr. Burns.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer shouting at Army Secretary Ryan McCarthy after hearing a rumor Trump blocked the National Guard going to the Capitol.
Yes. Please move. The whole Capitol is rampage. There's a picture of someone sitting.
Hey, Nancy, what's my lines again? I don't know. I'm responsible for my own lines. Okay. Whoever you are on the other end of this, you're fired.
Why, sir?
Because reasons.
That's it. So he up here yelling at folks for nothing. Getting his little soundbite, all of that stuff. Yeah, these people are garbage, man. They're 100% garbage.
In this chair of the Senate, we've all been evacuated. There's been shots fired.
Shots fired on Trump supporters.
She said it was not denied. I'm going to call up the effing Senate.
Director Ray.
But now here we go, y'all. See, so after all the smoke clears, all that footage start to come out, we got a hound dog on Ray's trail. My man right here, Clay Higgins. Yeah, he been sniffing around this for a long time. And Raggedy Ray's back. And he confronts him about the J6 greatest insurrection of all times. Here we go.
Hey. Last year, you might recall, sir, our exchange regarding the FBI's involvement on January 6th.
I remember that.
Prior. I'm happy to jog your memory to quote, according to the record, I asked you, did you have confidential human sources dressed as Trump supporters positioned inside the Capitol on January 6th prior to the doors being opened? You responded, I quote, again, I have to be very careful of what I say. To which I said, it should be a no. Can you not?
Should be a no. Now, you know this man keeps asking this for a reason. He won't let it go. It's kind of like, what is his name? He's in the Senate, and he's always on Dr. Fauci's trail. Oh, man. Dr. Fauci, you said that gain of function. He's always on Fauci's trail. What is his name in the Senate? But no, you're Rand Paul. Thank you. Yeah, Rand Paul, he got a knack for going after Fauci concerning this gain of function research. So Fauci, he should know that Rand is not going to let that go. This man is the same way when it comes down to this J6 thing. He is hammering him with this. Like, as soon as he gets back to him, he's like, Director Ray, last year you told me that, now, you know he knows something. He done gathered a whole bunch of info from last year to now. And he's revisiting it to see if Ray sticks to his same story.
Tell the American people, no, we did not have confidential human sources dressed as Trump supporters positioned inside the Capitol on January 6th. A year has passed. We sit here again a year later. We the people still do not have a definitive answer from you or anyone else in the Biden administration regarding the FBI presence and participation in the months leading up to the November election and in the weeks and days prior to January 6th and on January 6th here in D.C.
And wonder why is that? Why the lack of transparency? Why so serious? So now here we have them not telling us after a whole year went by how many people they had out there. They will, say we had confidential sources, but we can't just, tell you where. We don't care about that. How many did you have? See, if you don't know that, first you start off, I'm not aware. There were confidential sources. We might have had a couple, but I don't know how many. Why don't you? You should be accountable for every single officer, period. Every officer, every asset, everything. The FBI is very thorough and detailed. You cannot tell me that this is just a wild, vague number. I don't know. There's probably a lot. It could be a lot, could be a little. Who knows? I don't keep up with those details, even though I'm the director. So I'm responsible for overseeing the greatest insurrection and attack on the homeland since 9/11. But I don't even know how many assets we had in the crowd.
Congressman, as we've discussed before, I'm not going to get into where we have or have not used confidential human sources. But what I can tell you, you have.
See? Thank you. That's all I need. Okay, we'll move on. Yep, because I know I wasn't going to get none out of you. I can't tell you where we have human sources, but what I can tell you is another lie.
Ask for a definitive
We'll move on. It's my time. You said no. You're not going to answer. That's cool. We're watching.
Mr. Chairman.
We're watching.
Your moment will come. This is my time. Earlier this year, an FBI informant who is reported to have, quote, under oath, marched to the U.S. Capitol with fellow Proud Boys members on January 6th, close quote. He said he was communicating with his FBI handler while people were entering the U.S. Capitol.
Why would he be doing that? Why would he be running with the bulls while also communicate with his handler? All right, yeah, we're going up the steps right now. What do you want me to do? Oh, encourage it? Okay, all right, keep going. Everybody, storm the Capitol. Okay, all right, is Ray proud of me? He is? Tell him I said hello, okay? Hey, who are you talking to? What? Nobody, Trump. I'm talking to Trump. Trump's on the other end of this, and he's telling us to go ahead and insurrect. Come on, everybody. So that's what happened? Why doesn't Ray know this? What was that person doing? Who was he talking to?
Can you confirm that the FBI had that sort of engagement with your own agents embedded into the crowd on January 6th?
If you are asking whether the violence at the Capitol on January...
That's not what he just asked. He asked if one of your agents had that communication with one of their handlers. Rather, one of their assets in that crowd. But now he's trying to say, if you're asking if the FBI, he switched it up, see?
January 6th was part of some operation orchestrated by FBI sources and or agents. The answer is emphatically
You're saying no?
No.
You're saying no?
Not
Okay.
violence orchestrated by FBI sources or agents.
Now, how can you say that? How can you say that? Like, this man obviously knows something. Now, Ray wants to focus on the violence. Now, granted, J6 was not completely planned by the FBI, but the FBI took advantage of the J6 rally. That's the problem. See, yeah, they didn't sit back and say, all right, we're going to put together this rally. No, Trump did say, hey, we're all coming up to Washington. We're having a big rally. Then we're going to let our voices peacefully be heard as we walk over to the Capitol. Once that word went out, that's when everybody went into action. Okay, so they're coming up here. All right, here's what we can do. Let's bring in that raggedy dude from Michigan that launched that false flag to entrap Trump supporters to kidnap wretched Whitmore. Let's give him a promotion. Bring him and his crooked tail to Washington to oversee this. There we go. So he can do the same crap that they did over in Michigan. Put together a nice little fake, phony, false operation. And so they could blame Trump supporters for being, radical extremists and violent and trying to insurrect and all of that mess. So now, once you knew the people were coming, you go ahead and you start prepping. Put our people in place. When they get there, all we have to have is a couple people in that crowd, to encourage the initial breach and all of that. Why would you have informants planted inside the Capitol dressed like Trump supporters before the doors even get breached? That's my question. See, these are all questions Ray cannot answer. But Higgins is on to something. He is on his trail.
Are you familiar with what a ghost vehicle is? Director of the FBI certainly should. You know what a ghost bus is?
A ghost bus?
Ghost bus.
I'm not sure I've used that term before.
Okay, it's pretty common in law enforcement. It's a vehicle that's used for secret purposes. It's painted over. These two buses in the middle here, they were the first to arrive at Union Station on January 6th, 0500. I have all this evidence. I'm showing you a tip of this iceberg.
Oh, Ray, this is a good time to announce your early retirement. Go off to some island somewhere and live it out, buddy. So look, this is just the tip of the iceberg. You know what that means? That means the largest part of the evidence I'm not even showing you yet. Because the iceberg, the tip is the smallest part. It's huge underneath. So he's letting him know that, look, man, already know the goods. I got the goods. Now you can go ahead. I'm just allowing you to lie and put yourself in greater jeopardy of being prosecuted over these lies you're about to spew out to me. I'm entrapping you like you entrapped all these other people. Now he done showed him the buses and Ray's playing ignorant. Now watch them try to rescue Ray. Watch them try to come in and rescue this Operation Rescue Ray because Higgins is onto those buses. Now this is unbelievable. Fact or fiction about J6, y'all? Fact or fiction? I'm starting to feel it was all fiction. So yeah, what were those buses doing there? What were they doing there?
Mr. Chairman.
These two buses
Mr.
are
Chairman.
painted completely.
Now that sounds like Hank Johnson, honestly, Mr. Chairman. Now I could have, I don't know who it was, but it does sound like Hank Johnson trying to come in and stop what my man Higgins is asking. Now, I want to know who was in those buses. Isn't it funny that this Democrat is not curious about these ghost buses and he don't want to know who's in those buses? I do. Don't y'all?
Point of order.
This is a very significant hearing, Mr. Chairman, and these buses are nefarious in nature and were filled with FBI informants dressed as Trump supporters and deployed onto our Capitol on January 6th. Your day is coming, Mr. Ray.
Ooh, your day is coming, Mr. Ray. And it can't come fast enough. Unbelievable what they did to these people on J6 and what they're continuing to do. And the stuff that they're using J6 for to go after Trump supporters, all of this crap. They're trying to prosecute Trump for this insurrection that they planned. Federation. So he said, your day's coming, Mr. Ray. And I hope it come. I hope it comes soon. I hope it come hard, man. I hope you have the worst day. I don't want this to be a day in the sunshine. I want this to be a gloomy, dark day for Ray. 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 That's what I want. Now let's move on to some other madness before we get out of here. The TDS, y'all, times 1 gazillion right about now. They done went ahead and lit a flame under all of that Trump derangement syndrome, and it is spreading like wildfire. These folks out here wilding with their Trump derangement syndrome, and of course, it stems from the fake news in these Democrats. Here we go, y'all.
Going to ride at the Trump base that there is unquestionably racism, but 40 million people voted for him. I'm not convinced that many Americans are racist. I know.
Well, according to Hillary Clinton, the half of the country is white nationalists and racist. Are you kidding me? But yeah, here she is. 40 million people voted for Trump. Here she is. I'm not convinced that all of them are racist. Are you kidding me? So how many? What's the percentage of those 40 million that you think is racist? The fact that you even brought that up is ridiculous. 40 million. I kid you not. Out of 40 million of those people, I'm talking real 100% uncut, pure racism. You know, I would love to really know. I ain't talking about just stereotypes or, prejudices. We all have those. I'm talking about pure 100%. I hate you because you're this color, you're this race, or whatever. I would go so far as to say, it'd be tough to find a good 40,000 hardcore, uncut, pure, open racists out of those 40 million. I ain't talking about the ones that might go home and joke with the wife at night, like, hey, this black guy walked to the store today, and he had these big earrings and this dually rope on. I'm talking about, I hate that black guy. Every time these black people walk around me, they make me sick. I want to throw up. I would be far-fetched to find 40,000 hardcore, 100% racist Trump supporters. Not jokes. Because, see, they will label racism on anything. I went out and bought some Betsy Ross sneakers. You must be a racist. I support not tearing down statues. You're racist. Okay, or I don't believe in affirmative action. You're racist. Well, I'm not a racist. I'm not an activist. You're a racist then. See, I ain't talking about that type of racism. I'm talking about 100% uncut. I am a racist and I'm a proud racist. So here she is talking about, yes, there is racism, but I'm far from 40 million of them. I dare to say 40,000.
people who voted for him, who I know or not, but I think they've been lied to.
But the lying is continuous.
Lied to. So 40 million voters have been lied to, and we're just that dumb to fall for the lies of Trump. There we go. Unlike these Democrats who have been voting for these raggedy behind Democrats for all this time. They've been lied to. You know what? I'm going to cure cancer. I'm going to shut down the virus, not the economy. All of that. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of school loans. All of that. They've been lied to. And look at this dummy, the number one stunner, leading nose first. Here she comes off the bench. Bring in the nose that knows nothing.
And unabating. Now he's got this osteopath saying that he's in perfect health.
Yes.
The guy is a rambling, sweating.
So forget the doctor, because see, doctor knows. You know what? Forget that. He's all right. So you know then, huh, Joy? Huh? You know? You don't want to address the fact that Biden is a walking corpse. He's a bag of bones. That's all he is. He's a bag of bones. You don't want to come to those grips. And yet Trump's doctor says, oh, he's in great shape, mentally and physically. And now Joy wants to hate. So she knows more than a doctor, y'all.
Clown.
Yeah.
He's forced into a girdle and golf pants.
Yeah.
So these are the arguments of the left. When you're suffering from Trump derangement syndrome, you can't deal with the facts. The doctor comes out and says, Trump's in great shape. He's a clown. He's forced into a girdle, and he's a sweaty person, and this and that. He's a poopy head.
And then and they're saying that is the pinnacle of health. But what does illness look like?
Like Biden. That's what it looks like. The guy that can't walk up and down stairs. The guy that makes noises when he talks. Nobody knows. Sitting there saying, man, what is that wheezing sound in between each talk? I'm like, man, what is going on? So here she is talking about what his illness looks like. The guy that falls asleep constantly. Unbelievable, man. He's talking about what his illness looks like.
But if he gets reelected, he will.
Well, listen, if he gets reelected, we deserve what we get.
Yeah.
Y'all deserve a kick in the butt. That's what y'all deserve. Y'all deserve to go out of business. That's what y'all deserve. I hope nobody ever watches y'all again as they sit back and talk about Trump's going to go ahead and destroy the whole country and he's going to take over the whole country. We're going to get what we deserve. Yeah, that's the problem. That's why the left is scared.
If we put him, if he gets back in, we deserve what we got because it meant that we were not loud enough.
Notice she is just assuming that the whole country agrees with her, with them. We. Who is we? What are you talking about? You got millions and millions of people who are saying, I don't want Biden back nowhere near the White House. He shouldn't have been there in the first place. Dang on it. Hey, when he stuck that crooked hand across the Thanksgiving table for the cornbread and the cranberry sauce, somebody should have reached across and said, get your hand out of there. You shouldn't have had your hand in the cranberry sauce in the first place. So now here she is talking about if we let him back in. Nobody lets him back. Well, I will say this. They put Biden in. But now here she is. If we let him back in, you don't have that choice. All you can do, rocks in the voice, is go out and vote. But if we vote him in, then he becomes our president again. Talking about we let him in if we
strong enough, or that a constitution wasn't strong enough to keep this bozo out.
Now see, the bozo right here with the rocks in the voice, up here talking about the Constitution wasn't strong enough to keep this bozo out. We're in the Constitution. It's so dumb, man. We're in the Constitution that it says keep a president or a person from running because y'all don't like him. Y'all don't like him. Y'all think he's an idiot. He's a bozo. So the Constitution says that these idiots should be able to declare this person shouldn't be able to run. We're going to remove him from the ballots. We're going to prosecute him over stupid stuff. We're going to use the power of the government to stop him from running. All of the things that the Constitution says this should not happen, Whoopi wants all of that to happen to Trump. But yeah, she's talking about the Constitution couldn't stop it. She's so dumb. Let's continue though, hearing all of this dumbness vomited up on that show.
Well, you have things working against the good.
Like
and
what?
the whole world is getting a little weird. I mean, they just put...
Oh, you mean they're waking up to this nonsense? They're not okay with this wokeness? Now here comes the nose again, who doesn't know anything. While she's got her talking points, that whole world is... So let's see what she's talking about.
Fascist in Argentina.
Fascist in Argentina. The fascist doesn't even know she's the fascist. Just right, she's the fascist of them all. She wants to stop Trump just because. Just because they told me to. So let's see what this fascist talking about. You can't give SHIT leftards an inch. That doesn't sound like fascism to me. That sounds like rich, pure, 100% knowledge and facts. Don't give them an inch. Can you define SHIT leftist? All collectivists, all kinds of collectivists. Collectivists.
Los colectivistas, los que ponen, digamos, o sea, esa idea. A ver.
But why do you call them SHIT? Caca. Why do you call them caca?
¿Por qué le pones de mierda, digamos? Porque son una mierda.
Because they are caca. Give this man the prize. I love him because they are caca. We're watching caca on The View. Right there's a whole bunch of caca in those seats. When I look at them people in those seats, I see just what this person just text. Shite. I see a whole bunch of shite sitting around that table. Caca. Love him.
Pues Argentina, don't cry for me. Argentina has never been the pinnacle of democracy. But you have it in Hungary, you have it now in Argentina, you have it in different places.
So what you have is folks saying, you know what? We're not okay with globalism. We're not okay with real fascism, as Joy Behar swears up and down that the guy's a fascist. The one who wants capitalism. The one who wants freedom of speech. They're the fascists. You see how backwards these people are? Now, some of them know that they're backwards and they're just being pimped out. But Joy and Whoopi, unfortunately, believes the garbage. And then we come to these two. Beaker and Mika. Beaker and Mika. Unbelievable what this man said. We're about to hear some real fascism right here. Some real Marxist conflict theory. Some real, what do you call it? McCarthyism right here. Check this out, y'all.
To end American democracy as we know it. He's an authoritarian who a court in Colorado 2 days ago ruled that he led an insurrection against.
This guy should be thrown, he should be fired. They should be sued for defamation. This guy's sitting up here straight lying. You hear Beaker? Court ruled that he's guilty for for insurrection. That is not what the court ruled. That is not what the court ruled. See, this is what burns me up. I mean, and this guy gets away with these lies.
And American democracy as we know it. He's an authoritarian.
He's an authoritarian that allows us to have guns and fully supports freedom of speech, though, right? Now, Democrats are against both of those. Both of those. But Trump's the authoritarian.
A court in Colorado, 2 days ago ruled that he led an insurrection.
Lies. The court never ruled that. That was the judge's opinion. And yet he's talking about the court 2 days ago ruled that he led an insurrection. That is not what the court ruled. If that was the case, the court would have said Trump cannot be on the ballot. So what are you talking about? When is the last time you seen a judge say, you know what, I looked over all the evidence and it's obvious this person committed the murder, but I find him not guilty. There's no reason to put him in jail. But my opinion, though, I really believe, though, he did commit that murder. If the evidence was there, you would have pulled the trigger, man. You would have said, yep, it's obvious he committed an insurrection. Here's the ruling, and this is why he shouldn't be on the ballot. But the judge never did that. Why? Because the judge knew he did not commit no insurrection. And this guy goes right out and lies. And he's basing that lie off of the judge's opinion about it, because the judge, being a liberal judge, had to throw some red meat to the base. Like, I'm not completely selling out. I'm going to still say, hey, guys, if y'all want to still use that talking point, I'll write a personal piece that makes it appear that on a personal tip, I think he did. But I can't rule for it. That means that she knows it's not true. But here comes some more lies. He should be sued for these lies.
Against the United States government. He's charged with leading schemes to help overthrow the United States government.
Charge. Is he found guilty? Schemes to overthrow the United States government. This dude is one of the biggest propagandists. He's one of the biggest liars. Him and his wife. She looks like a witch. That just came out of plastic surgery. You can't fix that. They ain't gone up with plastic surgery. You still got the witch eyes. But here he is right there, talking about he had a big plot to overthrow the government. Like what? What was the plot? Simply saying, come out, let your voices peacefully be heard. Going through the legal process to try to contest an election that had so many flaws in it. But yet that's the plot, I guess.
So if they want to frame it that way, that's fine. If you want to be fair,
okay, here we go.
If you want to be fair, then you will frame this as Joe Biden being the candidate that supports American democracy, and Donald Trump, a candidate who supports a new form of government here, this authoritarian.
This man's on a whole nother level of corruption, evilness, propaganda. So Joe Biden supports, democracy. How? The man is going after everybody, or at least whoever's handling him, is going after everybody that is a threat to the Democrat Party and their narratives. Even Mayor of New York, New York has a brand. That guy, even he's feeling the wrath. You got all of these people being targeted under the Biden administration. All of these folks for J6, which I proved in the beginning of my live stream, that this was a big piece of garbage. Mayor Adams, thank you. Up there in New York, got all these names jumbled up in my head. All of this stuff right here. But he's calling Trump the authoritarian. New form of government.
It's really that simple. And by the way, remember now when people go, oh, you can't compare him to past Nazi leaders.
Look, you see the sidekick coming in. Just kidding. You see the witch? See the witch come off the bench? You see her jump off that broom and jump right in? And just kidding. These two are the fakest people on TV. So unbelievable.
And comparing this past Nazi leader or that past fascist leader because he hasn't done it yet doesn't mean he won't do it.
So that means compare him to him? This is crazy. He just made an argument against his own argument. People always talking about, come on, this is drastic. You're comparing him to all these past, Nazi leaders and this and that. Just because he's never done that doesn't mean he won't do it. But yet you're making a comparison and you have no evidence to support it. It's based on a theory, a belief that he just might do it. So we're going to go ahead and preemptively compare him to Hitler, because we're pretty sure he's going to, just like y'all thought he was going to do it the first time. Did he do any of that stuff? Nope, he didn't. But y'all still made those comparisons and never retracted them.
When he gets a chance to do it. And if he is voted into office, then a lot of these people that are talking about literal or figurative or whatever the hell they're saying, you're going to look like idiots.
No, you look like an idiot right now. And been looking like an idiot through the whole time Trump even came on the scene. Of nothing but lies. Russia, Trump's a white nationalist, Trump's a racist, Trump's a authoritarian, Trump's a Hitler, Trump's Mussolini, and Trump is none of those things. None of those things. And then you got skinny neck, big head Al over there. Can barely see his neck now. He overcompensated on the gastro surgery or whatever, because now he's too skinny. Can't even see his neck. Went from having no neck to no neck. How you gonna go from no neck to no neck? You had one neck that was so big it looked like you didn't have a neck. Now you done got rid of that neck and it looks like you don't have a neck still. I'm sorry. That one came right off the top of the dome. Made me laugh a little bit. I'm sorry. No neck to no neck. Oh boy. Okay. Let me get ready to shut it down. Okay. Now every time I look at his neck, that's the first thing. That's right. He's necklace. Somebody said a necklace. Yeah, he's pretty necklace right now. So let's finish hearing this super lie that's about to come up that this dude should be sued for.
Because he will get away with, he will imprison, he will execute whoever he's allowed to imprison, execute, drive from the country. Just look at his past.
Look at his past, guys. How many people did Trump execute in his past? Y'all remember that? Did y'all miss that part of the movie? I just went to get some popcorn and use the bathroom. I came back and then I heard that what happened? Trump executed a whole bunch of people. What are you talking about? This guy just straight said he will execute his enemies. I mean, just look at his past. This goes to show how blatant the lies are. This is on a whole nother level of deformation. So now he's saying Trump's going to execute his enemies and just basically what? Bypass the law? Bypass any of prosecution. Now, in the crazy part, if Democrats could do that, they would. I have no doubt that they would do something like that based on how they are easily able to destroy people's lives for their greater good. They will lock people up, throw away the key. They know the leader of the Proud Boys should not be in prison for 22 years. You might as well have executed the man if he spends 22 years in prison. Yeah, and they don't care nothing about that. Nothing about it. It's a means to an end. They knew they couldn't win the war in Ukraine, but I guess maybe that money laundering, operation was too tempting. So they're like, you know what? Let's waste a whole bunch of Ukrainian lives. Somehow we'll get some kickbacks. Republicans as well involved in that shenanigans mess. As well. Here we go.
Really hard to read. The only thing that stood between him and the destruction of American democracy was the federal judiciary.
Pike that are going to...
Unbelievable. That man should be sued. And they're mad and they're doing everything they can because of people like this. Listen to this. Hey, y'all, I'm going to let y'all know I'm a little over my time. So if y'all want to hang. If you got to go, I understand. But I'm going to keep rolling for a few more minutes because I want to try to get through this because tomorrow I'm not going to do a show. I'm going to let y'all rest for Thanksgiving. I'm just going to upload some videos so you'll be looking for them tomorrow if you can. Okay. By the way, at this moment, hit the like button, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. All right. So here we go. Check this out. Look at this smart, beautiful black woman who definitely came out and blasted dang on Fat Albert up there going after Trump in New York. Sound like some people are waking up, and that's why they're coming out with all of their TDS right now.
To affect the brown and black community, just like the illegals that are being pushed into these communities, sucking up the resources from the longtime residents that live there. All right, taxpayers. Poor taxpayers are now going to have to foot the bill for these people, and we can't even afford to pay our own rent. All right. Now we have tax coming down to programs and different things that are going to be cut directly from our community to pay for illegals. All right. There's a problem with that. There's a huge problem with it. And, minorities may be silent as far as being vocal, but I believe that, in 24, this new election, the next cycle, we're going to see a overwhelmingly amount of people that we have not seen in 30 years come out to vote. All right, people are being educated on the voter registration piece, how to change their party affiliation, question number 14 on their voter registration form, and people are walking away from the plantation of the Democratic Party once and for all.
Oh, snap! There were times when I used to hang all night, girls back to back. I knew it wasn't right. That's right. You know that is true. You can call me crazy. That's right, girl. You can call me crazy. You done went ahead and touched my heart. Got me singing and stuff. I love it. Let's hear what other voters have to say that's making these people go crazy.
The Democrats, as an independent voter, you probably see this, they target different groups. It doesn't look like the targeting of minorities, young voters, is working for them.
It ain't?
Could you see yourself giving the Democrats a shot this election?
I really am focused right now on the security of this country, and which I do think is tied directly to the security in Israel, the only democratic state in the Middle East. So for me, my issues, which are normally, abortion and rights and equality for everyone, right now I am a single issue voter. So I will vote for whoever I think is the strongest on those subjects.
Ooh, this love is so
that I won't let you go. Go on, girl. Who else we got?
Speaking of abortion, Stephanie, it looks like the Democrats are going to double down on that being the main issue. And they've gotten some great success from it in the past elections, especially the midterms. Mm-hmm. Do you think that issue alone is going to be enough for the Democrats to reelect Joe Biden?
Look, if you ask me on a personal level how I vote on abortion, I am pro-choice 100% of the time.
But
however, to me, it's a secondary issue right now.
Why?
First, we have to make sure that America is around for the next 4 years and not turned into another country that's part of the Middle East. I mean, I'm serious. This is a real threat to democracy. We're seeing it unravel in front of our own eyes, and we're not doing anything to combat it. So I can wait and talk about abortion later. But I also want to point out that for the first time, abortion rights were reduced under President Biden. That was not under a Republican leader. So I think it's totally irrelevant who our president is if we're really talking about concretely when rights are altered.
What? Don't have to be beautiful to turn me on. Do. I just need your loving, baby. Go on, girl. From dusk to dawn. Love it. You hear these people out here saying stuff that the Democrat Party definitely don't want to hear. They out there going, oh man, we can't have that. That makes too much sense. Folks are starting to prioritize when it comes down to voting. Ain't no particular size I'm compatible with. I just want your extra time and your kiss. That's right, man. So with that being said, you heard all the people. You heard all of these narratives, and then you have this garbage right here.
He came and he begged me for an endorsement. I said, I don't know.
Who, Trump?
But are you and your campaign saying that he has lost his sharpness, his mental acuity, and are you saying he'll lose to Joe Biden?
Now, wait a minute. The fact that Ron DeSantis is on CNN, only reason they would bring him on CNN is, all right, now, here's the agreement. We'll bring you on, but you are going to go after Trump, right? Excuse me. We don't want you talking about things you're going to do. We need you to smear the guy that's in the lead. So this guy comes out and actually says this. Now, see, this is the stuff that I'm so upset with Ron DeSantis over. I mean, he's killing me, man. He's killing me. He's going from a hero to a zero real fast. Hero to a zero real fast, man. And all he had to do is stick with Florida for a while. If he would have laid low for another 4 years, we would never know this. And maybe it's good. Maybe it's good that he came out because now we get to see what's really on the inside. But the fact that he came out and listen to what he got to say to Jake Crapper.
I wouldn't be running unless I thought that the Democrats would beat Trump if he were the nominee. I mean, they're going very easy on him right now. I mean, they're not saying much.
What?
I mean, they're going very easy on him right now.
Let's see how easy.
They're not saying much. And they're going very easy on him right now. I mean, they're not saying much.
The home of the 45th president of the United States has been raided by the FBI.
Look how easy they're going on
here in New York City has just handed up an indictment against former President Donald Trump.
Look how easy
the first former president in U.S. history.
Easy on.
Y'all hear that? I'm sorry, the Facebook, YouTube rather cut out for a second. They need to intensify. They need to pick up the pace, y'all. They need to pick up the pace because, see, they're going easy on him.
On him right now. I mean, they're not saying much.
Former President Trump has been indicted, connected to efforts to interfere with the democratic process. This is the third time the former president has faced criminal charges
the kid gloves off, guys.
this year alone.
Nice more.
CBS News has learned that a Fulton County grand jury has voted to indict Donald Trump for his alleged efforts to overturn his 2020 election loss to then President-elect Joe Biden. This is the fourth criminal indictment of the former president in less than 5 months.
You should have gone for that.
You should have gone for
New
that.
CBS News polling shows Trump with a growing lead over his challengers. Our survey found 62% of likely primary voters support Trump. Governor Ron DeSantis is second with just 16%.
What kind of laugh was that? Almost like a little Dr. Evil slipped out. I didn't recognize that at first. Wait a minute. Listen to that Dr. Evil laugh.
Support Trump. Governor Ron DeSantis is second with just 16%.
Oh man. Okay, wait. Okay. Just one more dose. I need one more dose of that. Like, boy, he is so socially awkward. What kind of laugh is that? Oh, it's scary and funny at the same time. It's like it came out of nowhere. Oh, Ron, I didn't know he was so funny. By accident. Okay. All right. Putting that clip together. I watched it like 10 times and I never even saw the humor in it until just now. Okay. But look right after the laugh. Like, what have I got myself into? Man, if you want a date and somebody laugh like that, the date's over. Yeah, so you like your food? I was watching. You like Eddie Murphy? He's hilarious, isn't he? Okay, what was that? Was that a laugh? Okay, all right. Here we go. So now, Ron DeSantis claimed that Trump, they're taking it easy on him. Yeah, and that's why he done went and got on my poop list. He's on my crap list, man. And so now Trump is mad. He's taking the kid gloves off. He's like, forget this mess. Here we go.
Once I got indicted the first time, though, I said, now the gloves are off.
Yeah.
Because out of respect for the office of the presidency, very important, I never hit him this hard. But now I say it. He's the most incompetent president we've ever had.
True.
He's the worst president we've ever had. He's a total crook.
True that.
Total crook.
Total crook.
I would never say those things because just out of respect for the office, I would never say those things. But now you can say it.
Yeah.
We have a crooked president who gets money from China. That's why everyone says he's so weak with China. You know why? Because he got a lot of money from China, and they know how much we don't.
Compared to his political opponents.
Wow. So now it's free game, y'all. It's free game. But see, the left can't take the free game. They don't like it. Yeah, let us go ahead and punch Trump. Let us go ahead and use him as a punching bag. But then what he says now, when I get back in power, I'm going to let all of y'all butts have it. Now all of a sudden he's a dictator. Now all of a sudden this guy's going to go after his political enemies and he's going to do what? He's going to execute them. Just execute them in the middle of the street. All right, go out and find all of my enemies and just shoot them on the spot, I guess. That's what they're suggesting. And then you get this chick that comes out here and lays this out here and brings on a dude who says what? Now we done heard how dangerous Trump is and all of that. Listen to this garbage.
To quote, vermin. And what is really frightening is that his language is clearly intentional. On Saturday afternoon, Donald Trump posted this Veterans Day message, pledging to, quote, root out the communists, Marxists, fascists, and radical left thugs that live like vermin within the confines of our country. That was a post, a written post. He then repeated that fascist rhetoric, echoing Adolf Hitler, in front of the crowd gathered at his camp.
Echoing Adolf Hitler. So you take one word that Trump said, and you're saying he's echoing Adolf Hitler, like he read Adolf Hitler's complete speech. You just left out the fact that he's talking about people who have some horrific characteristics that have been a complete pain in the butt to our society and to our country. And yet you're just leaving that out. You just want to focus on one word. I mean, you're not mad at Yosemite Sam for using it all the time? Yeah, get over here, you vermin. But now, here we go. Let's see where this goes, because surely some Hitler came up there.
Hampshire rally. This wasn't off the cuff. He planned to deliver those words as part of his big finale in his closing argument of that speech. And Trump's campaign spokesperson defended the language, saying that the, quote, sad, miserable existence of those who criticize it will be crushed when President Trump returns to the White House. That is not backing off of it, just in case you're wondering.
Huh. Okay. So interesting. political enemies, vermins, echoing dictators, Hitler, Mussolini. Okay, all of that stuff. So that's a Washington Post hit piece. So let's go ahead because we're almost done.
So this wasn't a gaffe. This wasn't some crazy Donald Trump rambling riff at the end of a speech. It is his message. And it is his plan.
What is his plan? His plan is to go out and do what to all of these people? Just slaughter them in the middle of the streets? Huh? To lock them up in concentration camps? See, this is my question. She just said it's his plan. His plan to do what to them? When he says, rid us of them, does that mean what? Do you really think Trump is going to do what Hitler and Mussolini planned on doing? See, this is stuff that's implied, but she will not say it because she knows it's crazy. She just wants to drop and leave this thought in the minds of their raggedy low IQ viewers, because if you're still watching that garbage, I got to go ahead and just go, something's going on up here. Something's going on up here. If you sit back and listen to this woman and she says, that's Trump's plan, and yet leave it up to you to fill in the blanks of what that plan is. See, I'm going to let you know this is referenced from Hitler and Mussolini, and that's Trump's plan. To do what? Round them up, put them in concentration camps, like Hillary Clinton suggests. I need to deprogram these people. And then this guy comes on her show and says this, but yet nobody's talking about how radical, extreme, and all of that stuff, authoritarian, this statement is.
Questionable at this point that man cannot see public office again.
Why not?
He is not only unfit, he is destructive to our democracy.
How? No, he's unfit because he's destructive to the Democrats, not the democracy, the Democrats. That's what he's destructive to. Unfit. Never said how. But he's destructive to our democracy. That man could never see office again. So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Because the Constitution protects his right to be able to run. So what are you going to do about that? Here we go.
And he has to be eliminated.
Has to be eliminated. Holy moly. I wonder if he stopped after he said that, like, oh, shoot, I might have went a little too far. Have to be eliminated. But Trump's the dictator. Trump's going to get rid of all of his political opponents. Trump's going to go out there and just murder them all and all that stuff in the middle of the streets, I guess. And that man said that, and no outrage from Joe Scarborough, no outrage from The View, no outrage from the Democrats. Nobody out there talking about that. That's some speech that's encouraging violence right there. The imagery of getting rid of it and eliminating him. What is he suggesting? What can be implied there? He might motivate to go and do something crazy. See, but this is the left. And then we're going to close with this, because see, now they're desperate. They are out there swinging the windmill, hoping to hit something, because they're losing blacks. They're losing Latinos. They're losing their young people. And the Latino audience and population is bouncing on them quick. And they're like, oh, we got to go ahead and get them back on our squad. These Democrats and liberals, they assume every group of minorities belong to them. So now they're all in a tizzy and listen to this psych op to try to get Latinos back because they did an interview with Trump on Unisom or Univision, or I don't know what the name of the network is. They'll say it. But my point is this. These are the people who say they support democracy. We just heard the guy say he's a danger to democracy. You mean like doing something like this?
Have you seen these Trump Latinos? Well, they went down to the border to give their, I want to say, opinion on what should be done about the border wall.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
Listen to this. Like, this is about to blow our mind. Now, I want you to just go ahead for a second and listen to this misinformed young man right here who think he's about to school us and change the mind of Latinos here after he shows this clip of these smart Latinos down there on the border.
What's going on, everybody? Trump Latinos, guess what? They say we'll never leave Florida. We'll be here in Texas. Texas is right there. Mexico right there. Look at the wall. It's not waiting up. What's going on, man? Let us know. We need the wall. I live close by this area, and we need to live in a safe place. So please, we need Trump back in office. Vote for him. We need to finish this wall.
See?
We cannot afford to get more criminals coming into our area.
Comprende?
Since this wall got built out of Trump, we're trying to make America safe. Now the wall's halfway built since Biden got in. It's like they want the criminals to come in. Let's make America great. Y'all Trump. Look, it might be easier to just laugh at them, but a lot of Latinos are going to the right.
What do you mean, laugh at them? I'm celebrating with them. I'm agreeing. I'm nodding. See, this guy right here is bought into the Kool-Aid. He's drank a whole gallon of it. So let's see why he's saying this, y'all. Because it's true. A lot of Latinos are going to the right. Could it be that they're smarter than the average peanut like this guy is?
I mean, just look at what's happening with Univision and their hard right turns to try and cozy up to Trump. So the number
Hard right turn trying to cozy up to Trump. Univision.
Number of Trump Latinos are going to grow, and this could be the voting bloc that could put Trump back in the White House. Look, Biden has not helped the immigrant community the way he said he was going to, and he has built more wall. But these Trump Latinos don't realize that...
Now, y'all heard that? That man just said, this is the mind of the liberals. This is when you're infected right here. He said, the Biden administration has not helped the minority community, like he said, and he has built more of the wall. So now you're building a case against the man that you're going to try to convince more Latinos to go out and vote for. Now, does that make any sense? Now, listen to his reason why he thinks Biden is better than Trump. This is Trump derangement syndrome 1 gazillion times the normal amount. Here we go.
Things are going to be much, much worse under Trump because he said he wants to deport millions of people. They don't understand.
Wants to deport millions of people. Who? What people is he referring to? He wants to deport millions of people. That man never even qualified who these millions of people are. So now these Latinos are supposed to be dumb enough to think that, wow, he must be talking about us who are legal or natural born Latinos in America, and Trump's going to get in office and come after us. See, you left out the fact that these are legal immigrants that he's talking about deporting, but yet he is either convinced in his head that Trump's going to do what they said he was going to do the first time, which get in office and go after all black people, all Latinos, whether you're a natural born citizen or not, round y'all up and send y'all away, back to where your ancestors came from. Okay? Yeah. Trump didn't do any of that. This guy just got in there and said that. Now, anybody watching him on TikTok that don't have enough common sense to catch that is going to be, oh, well, he's going to deport millions of people. What people? People that should be here or people that shouldn't be here?
Then how much Trump's fascist policies are going to affect them, are going to affect us.
As he is trying to convince people to vote for the man whose fascist policies is affecting the Latino community. They're shoving all of these illegal immigrants in your community and in black communities. You idiot. They're taking away resources from your community. Democrats are doing that. This is unbelievable. He don't even see it. He think he's up here schooling somebody, and he's making a complete idiot out of himself. And it's going to affect us by what? Getting rid of all the illegal immigrants in your neighborhoods that shouldn't be there and allowing them to start dedicating the resources back to natural born American citizens. But it's going to affect us in a good way because that's what he doesn't realize.
Look, I'm not doing this to say, hey, go vote for Biden.
Yes, you are.
But we cannot let so many people in our community just vote for Trump. They are voting for the decimation of our community.
Wow. 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 This is amazing. The defamation of our community as it's being destroyed right now with liberal policies. Unreal. This guy is so delusional, so misinformed. Liberal policies is jacking up almost every community that they all occupy. And this guy's talking about that destroy our community. And then you get John Leguizamo come out here. He should have just stayed quiet and stuck to acting. Okay, but here he is now. They got to launch their efforts, y'all, to get the Latino people back on board with the Bidens. And we're going to close with this little clip right here. Here we go.
Compelled, actually. I just lately found out that Univision canceled all of Biden's ads and are softballing Trump.
Softballing him.
Put Trump on. So Univision has become MAGAvision. So as an artist, I'm going to have to boycott.
So?
And I'm not asking for them to take off Trump. I'm just asking for parity and equality and equity. I'm just asking that they put all ads and be a real network. And so I'm asking my brothers and sisters who are artists, athletes, politicians, activists to not go on Univision.
Univision facing growing backlash after giving Donald Trump the royal treatment. After that interview.
Yeah, that's right. You can't give Trump the royal treatment. You got to go ahead and treat him like a lesser life form. Yeah, that's right. When Trump comes on there, you got to go ahead and attack him for no reason. The royal treatment. These folks are the dirtiest, nastiest, stinking. So now, Univision simply brings him on to interview him, and they don't want Trump to get on there and influence Latinos. So now you got to bring him on, I guess, as a setup, bring him on for a hit piece, bring him on. All right, before we get into this interview, I'm going to let you know you're a lesser life form. I don't respect you. I'm here to go ahead and, what are you talking about? The royal treatment.
Univision canceled Joe Biden's campaign ads that were already purchased to run during the interview in the key states of Nevada, Arizona, Pennsylvania, and Florida. Univision also canceled an interview with Maca Casado, the Biden team's Hispanic media director, that was supposed to be in response to Trump's interview. And then 1 week after Trump's interview aired, Univision's top anchor, Leon Krause, left the network.
Good.
The reasoning is not yet clear. But the turn of events has raised concerns about how changes at Univision, which was once highly critical of Donald Trump, could impact the crucial Latino vote.
Who was once highly critical of Donald Trump? We can't lose a huge network that actually might either paint Trump less than a monster or less than Hitler. We can't lose that, or we're going to have to give you the X treatment. X, formerly known as Twitter treatment. Every big major platform the left wants to control. If you break rank, then we'll go ahead and try to boycott you, assassinate you. We need you completely brainwashing everybody who views you. We want control of people's minds. What they see, what they watch, what they hear. We want that control. Any platform that breaks from that control, then we have to go ahead and put you back in line, because we can't beat Trump on our ideas. We got to go ahead and try to cheat. We got to go ahead and try to keep people from hearing what he got to say. That's why MSNBC, which this is coming from, always will say, we can't let you hear what Trump got to say because he's such a liar. We got to protect you from it. CNN does the same thing because they don't trust that Latinos or blacks have the ability to make their mind up for themselves. There you have it. So now let's hear what she got to say, because she brings on this funky Democrat that tries to explain why Univision should, I guess, say we ain't interviewing Trump.
Folks have to understand, for those who don't follow Spanish language media, Univision is more than just a network. For so long, it's a network that dominated by far.
No, it's more than just a network. It was a propaganda network that hated Trump, and it was useful to us because it allowed us to manipulate the minds of many, many Latinos.
Spanish language media, that's changed a little bit. Telemundo has caught up in the last few years, but it's still the dominant network. And it was more than just a TV network for Spanish language American consumers. It was really like a community resource. And because of that, there was more
a resource for propaganda. Yeah, we thought we had it on lockdown.
Trust put into the opinions and the insights of people on Univision. So it is very concerning if the network has made a decision to be friendlier to Donald Trump, given his track record, that this is important.
Being friendly to Donald Trump, given his track record of what? The lies and propaganda that y'all done pushed out there, like we just heard throughout my whole live stream. Trump's going to assassinate and kill all of his opponents. Trump's a white nationalist. Did you know Trump was Hitler? Did you know he was Mussolini and all of them wrapped up in one? That's right. He's a compilation of all the most evil people in the whole wide world. That's what he is. So here he is now trying to salvage Univision.
Because the Latino vote is going to be an indispensable part of Joe Biden's Democratic coalition.
Here we go. Wait, we want to hog up all these networks. We want them all helping us because our policies suck so bad. We need everybody in the media to convince people that our policies don't suck by ignoring our sucky policies and pushing narratives like Trump is Hitler and about to assassinate all his people and send folks out of the country for no reason. For no reason. So we can have guys like that dude we just watched on TikTok talking about he's going to send our folks out of the country. That's what we need.
in 2024. By most estimates, he got between 60 and 65% of the Latino vote in 2020. That made a huge difference in states like Arizona and Nevada, even in places like Georgia and Michigan that are also going to be battlegrounds this year.
One thing that we talk about a lot in South Florida, especially, is how far and wide Spanish language radio, for example, goes unchecked, unfact-checked. The fact that there's a lot of stuff that's disseminated.
Unchecked, unfact-checked. So now we're getting to the real authoritarians. Unchecked, unfact-checked, because see, we have to control the narrative. We're the ones that will fact-check and control all of that like we allegedly do for Trump. We can't have these people hearing information that goes against our narrative. We have to come in and say, that's you should be listening to that. We're going to go ahead and police what you hear. So you see what they're doing here. They are exposing what they really are. They're the real authoritarians. They're the ones that are against freedom of speech, all of those things.
That is not corrected.
Not corrected. Who does she think she is? Oh, she's a propagandist.
That Univision doesn't really kind of lean or veer on the side of journalistic.
Doesn't lean or veer on the side of journalistic integrity like MSNBC, I guess. Meaning they're not fully a propaganda network. They're not controlled by the deep state. They don't come out and push fake news like the Russia delusion. They don't push things like the laptop wasn't real. They don't say things like Trump is Hitler and he's going to assassinate people. Yeah, they don't err on the side of journalistic integrity like we do.
Integrity. What can Democrats do to make sure that the messaging gets out and it's effectively done for the Latino vote?
Well, it just highlights the importance of having a very strong Spanish language strategy on all platforms, on traditional television.
I've gotten so many calls in the last 10 days saying,
look at these. They send out Miss Piggy, the Spanish version of Miss Piggy, to go ahead and try to appeal to the Latinos and let Univision know, get back in your place.
What the hell is happening in Univision? Because, look, Univision, as you said, is the giant in Spanish news. And in Spanish news, there's a ton of misinformation in our community newspapers, in our radio stations. This is the place where Latinos, Spanish-speaking Latinos, go to get informed, to form educated opinions, to get engaged. They help people get out.
And that's why it's so important to the left. They need to control that. We need to keep these people on the plantation.
They've been really great corporate citizens and community citizens.
For the Democrats.
They have a tremendous co-anchor named Jorge Ramos, who's been there for decades.
Who's a propaganda.
And they've got great credibility. I've seen many a strong man, many a corrupt person, leader, squirm under the questioning of Jorge Ramos. But they didn't have Jorge Ramos do this interview. No. They had a guy named Enrique Acevedo, who's supposedly a good journalist. I don't know him. But he sat there like if he was interviewing a panda.
So y'all want to send out the hitman. That's what it is? You didn't want a fair and balanced interviewer. You wanted a hitman to come out. Because I've seen Ramos or whatever his name, Jose Ramos or whatever his name is. That guy, I've seen his work before. That's all he does. He's a hitman. But here she is saying this guy right here didn't come out and go after Trump and all of this stuff. Now, she never says anything about these very gentle interviews that they do with Joe Biden. Never says anything about that. Isn't that crazy? Jorge Ramos. There's Jorge. I forgot the G. No. Yeah, Jorge Ramos. That guy. Yeah, but she never says anything about the interviews with Raggedy Biden that are just pretty much patty cake. And I'm surprised they don't literally do that. All right, Mr. President, we're going to go ahead and have some questions for you. Okay, let's start off with the patty cake bakers, man. Unreal.
And, somebody described the interview, a political writer, as so soft it could have been pillow stuffing. And then all the things you've mentioned happen. And so it's led to all of this speculation. And then we learned that Jared Kushner is somehow involved, greasing the wheels with Televisa, the Mexican side that has bought part of it. So this is what I would say to television, for Univision viewers.
What?
Use your voice. Use your remote controls. Use your purchasing power with advertisers. If you've got questions, let them know. If you are disappointed and troubled, let them know. Because Univision has held people accountable. It is time for us Latinos to hold Univision accountable.
Wow. Now you see there? That's their strategy right now. They're trying to go and clean up all the mess. They're like, whoa. See, now all of a sudden, that Univision actually did something that breaks the mold and interviewed Trump. Now they got to go after Them. See, just like they're going after Elon Musk and X, any big major platform that does not obey the basic liberal, progressive, global agenda, they have to go after you. They'll do it by boycotting you, going after your finances, going after your advertisement, and trying to convince people to not rely on your own common sense, but our manipulation, our propaganda. See, we're allowed to fact check. We're allowed to let you know what is, journalistic integrity. We'll let you know that. We want to control your brain. So I hope that Univision doesn't bend the knee to all of this outrage. And I don't think, even if they did bend the knee, it's going to affect the overwhelming amount of Latinos that are walking away from these garbage people, this garbage party. Horrible, man. Absolutely horrible. And so is Miss Piggy, parading as a Republican. Dang on it, you don't deserve to walk around talking about, I'm a Republican and Trump's a man baby. I don't want to hear that come out of your mouth ever again, the words Republican. So God bless y'all. God bless America. It's Thursday almost, which will be Thanksgiving. So I'm going to give everybody a day off, like I said earlier in the show. Instead, I'm going to upload a pre-recorded live stream that you guys can enjoy if you ain't got nothing else to do. And I'll set it on a timer. Then I got one that I was going to upload, but I'm worried that YouTube might not appreciate it. So I might have to upload that one exclusively to either Rumble or to my alternative channel, which I could probably take the risk over there more so than I can on this channel. So, I'll keep you posted on that. If you haven't subscribed or at least text this number right here, please do, because I'll let you know when that one's uploaded. So you can support it, because it's probably going to be demonetized. It's dealing with some sensitive topics. The number you can text MAGA to is 330-974-4607. And also, don't forget to subscribe to this alternative channel, follow me on Rumble, and my fundraiser link is up now. So we got 30 days starting today, y'all. So if you can and want to support the channel, please, after the show, just click on the link right below, and you can donate $5 or whatever, however much you want, honestly. But like I said, I just asked like $5. I mean, shoot, if even half the people that watches the show does that, it'll be a great start. So if you can help out with that, that'd be great. And don't forget the store. We got some wonderful products, some new products, including Gizmo, who's staring at me right now. And I want y'all to have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Let's get ready to get out of here. Give y'all a break from this nonsense, kind of, but I will be back. Yeah. I know you see the goons. I know you see the apes. I know you see the way we tear up the place. Yeah. See y'all next time in Kevin's Corner. Take care. And I'm going to fix this over here on Facebook before it's over with.